Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If we sound a little bit low key today, it's because both Tammy and I are dealing with a bit of a bit of a virus. So please forgive us if from time to time this occurs. First of all, Bakshi, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. And we have MC from Texas. Great to see you here. Bakshi is from Bangladesh. And we have Jim here. Welcome, Jim, from New Brunswick. Great to see you here. I think I got everybody. So, Tammy, why don't we start with how do we get introduced to GotBackup?
Yeah, for sure. Well, welcome everybody. Happy Friday. And yeah, so we learned about Got Back Up a little over 2 years ago now. And Joel, the owner of the parent company, Global Virtual Opportunities, started a project up a couple years ago in April. He contacted us in May. Chris and I have always built in the network marketing arena globally for 25 plus years. And he watched us grow. Actually, we were, I think 25 years ago, I think we were even in the same company at one point. But we've known him for many years. That's the point. So the trust factor, we've watched him grow on the online world era, having a lot of success online. And so when he contacted us, we basically saw what you're going to see right now. And we just said, oh my gosh, we looked at each other and we said, we have to be part of this because it's something that's going to exponentially grow, as you'll see in the charts that Chris will share. And we didn't want to miss out. So if you're evaluating this for the very first time, timing is everything. And Chris and I learned that for many, many years, that if you're going to grab onto any project, get in, learn how it's done once you're in, and just run with it. And that's all we've ever done. Chris and I've, we've done extremely well financially in the industry of network marketing, and we know how to capture timing. So yes, so welcome to today's session. Do you want to add anything,
Yeah,
Chris?
welcome, Gary. Great to see you here. And one of the main reason we chose this company, one of the main reason, folks, is because technology it's a growing industry, and there's no question about that. And we didn't want to miss out on this opportunity. And also, we have friends from all over the world where we know that inflation has caused such an handicap for people to be able to start their businesses. We saw an opportunity where people can really take advantage of a global opportunity, massive growth and success, and also turn their dreams into reality. Like this slide over here from left to right, you can see the father here kind of sharing a set of keys, moving into a new home. Think about you doing that for your family. Think about this. Think of the emotion, traveling where you want to, opposed to where you can afford to, or even skipping this year because you can't afford it. Adding new family members. We understand the cost of living today has put a lot of question mark. Can we afford another child? That should not be the question. Should not be based on finances, right? It should be based on desire. And the last one is retirement, where Tammy and I are absolutely grateful for the fact that we have an opportunity to to add on to our investment portfolio, which is doing absolutely phenomenal. So back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, and there's so many people that have staycations now, because they can't afford to go and travel and enjoy their family. So our goal has always been, as long as we've been in this industry, is to help people. We say average people, but we want to help people that have the right work ethic, that are willing to go out and share with other people, so we can help them to increase the value of what this company's about and what the product's all about. Which, as soon as you hear about it, you'll want to be part of it. And yeah, so we're passionate about people.
Yeah, and the company began in 1997 in Gatineau, Quebec, folks. This is where we met Joel. I remember Joel saying that they needed to move to the US to be able to handle the the bandwidth, the demand that people wanted to be part of their services. So he moved it into a 10,000 square feet data center. So let me share a little video to give you an idea of what's going on behind the scene. and a bit of a word from the owner. Let's check this out together.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure.
So just wanted to show you a small segment of a longer video that you can access in your back office. But folks, this is really comforting to me that all of that security, and I really love your comments here, folks. It's an absolute phenomenal service. And stick to the end, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm organized and how all my files are organized. In fact, even better than that, I can show you how you can save your computer by unloading all the heavy lifting back into the cloud and just having your computer what you need and bring back what you want. So there's 2 global trends that we want to cover with. And again, just forgive my my hesitation. It's just I'm dealing with a bit of a virus here, so my apologies for this. So folks, there's 2 global trends that we want to talk about. So tell me, let's start with this one.
Yeah, so you can see there's almost 15 billion smartphones in the world today. Chris and I have been building businesses internationally for so many years, and it doesn't matter where we went, there's always somebody who had devices in their hand. And so regardless where we went, and everything today is paperless. So there's a huge, absolute huge opportunity to be in the data storage era today.
That's an understatement. If you look at the percentage of global mobile traffic from 2011 to 2023, from 2011 to 2023, folks, 6% to 60% growth. This is massive. Here's this one: size of cloud storage market worldwide from 2022 to 2030. We're looking at 90 billion in revenue. Folks, that's a lot of money, but that's nothing compared to what's coming. We're looking in 2030, and I think that's a conservative number, close to $500 billion. You know how much money that is, folks? That gives you an opportunity to really tap into a major, major market. It all depends on how serious you are in sharing this. And one of the main reasons is their cell phone addictions.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's using their devices for absolutely everything today. You can see some of the percentages of, people using the product, using the devices. And yeah, I know for us personally, if we left our device at home, we'd go back and get it because we're in business and we need to have our devices on us. I mean, we have our devices to tap for purchases now. And that's been for a while. I mean, you use your devices all the time. So there's always saying, you have your phone attached to your hip. Yes, it's because you have access to everything. So yeah. So yes, definitely cell phones are definitely an addiction for sure.
Yeah, and welcome, and great to see you, Dr. Kiaway. Laddie, great to see you here, and Diane, great to see you here. Cornelius and Joe, great to see you here. Welcome, guys. So one of the issue is the data loss is a growing concern. 45% of people that are cell phone users have accidentally damaged their cell phone or lost their data. Think about it, folks. That is quite significant. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. Laptops, cell phones are stolen every 43 seconds. Imagine if all your precious moment is in that one device and was locked in there and it's never been backed up. Imagine. This is what we're talking about. That's why the cloud storage is so important. Here's another message.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Chris, there's so much devastation happening with fires, especially here in Canada and Western Canada. And if everybody had, all their devices backed up, it wouldn't matter. They wouldn't lose the stuff. So, people will say to us, it's okay, I got external drive, but external drive, it also is not that safe. I mean, we both had external drives compromised, but for us, everything's on the backup cloud. So we don't have any issues with losing things.
So I forgot, but talk about external drive. You probably can't see it over there, but it's on the back there.
Yeah.
And I have an external drive. Thank God it's backed up. So it's okay. But the fact is my drive is failing. It's just not, for some whatever magical reason, it's just decided about a month ago, oh, no, I'm not going to work today. And I can't access it. You see, these are things that happens. That's why external drive, you do have to be careful with that. It's not 100% safe. So the other global trends, folks, here is making more money. This is an absolute must. 42% of Americans, folks, have side businesses. 62% of Gen Z, these are our children, have side businesses. What about the rest of the world? That brings you another opportunity. We're not just offering a cloud storage, folks. We're offering an opportunity, a financial opportunity to change people's lives by providing a service that everybody needs anyway. Would you agree, Tammy?
Yeah, absolutely. And the key is to leverage trends. That's something that Chris and I really caught the vision of doing this over the last many years. And it's certainly a trend that is in motion, you guys. So position yourself, learn after, because really it's a simple business. And everybody's using data storage. So
let's talk about our product.
Yeah. So you get 6 terabytes of storage. You have on your account, you have 5 sub accounts, which means you can add some members and they don't even have to live in your household. You can add members to share the terabytes if you're not using it all. And you can decide how much you want to give to each person, which is phenomenal. and you have unlimited devices. All of that for $100 a year or $10 a month. And most people pay the year because they save a couple months of payments. And it's a home-based business that pays you. And that's a passion, a profession that Chris and I love, helping people earn extra money. When you have a very valuable product, it grows very, very fast into momentum.
And some of you may say, well, I'm using iCloud or Dropbox or Google Drive. It's okay. In fact, these companies provide a basic package. What you can do here is use the basic package that is free, but then use GotBackup to do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Maybe you just want to back up your settings on your cell phone on the iCloud, but you understand that iCloud, if you're dealing with 2 terabytes, and you move on to 6 terabytes, it's over $32 US. Okay, so it's quite significant. So you can see the price range are about the same, and it doesn't limit just with the 6 terabytes. You can have unlimited devices. It doesn't matter if it's PC, Mac, or Android or iPhone. It's absolutely amazing. The year package, folks, we're shy of $100, shy of it, and there are some packages that are coming in very, very soon. You don't want to miss the event. I'll talk about that at the end. That's taking place on the 27th of September. I'm telling you, this is going to be massive, a major, major change for anybody who wants to increase their income significantly. And GotBackup doesn't take anything away. So you're looking here at the year packages. You can see iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive within the same terabytes, but obviously the price are quite significant. And we offer a lot more than just a cloud storage, folks. There's so much more than that. So let's summarize this before we do a little demo, Tammy.
Yeah, for sure. And there's no company out there that pays you in the data storage era. So GotBackup is the company. So you want to position yourself for sure. 6 terabytes of storage, $9.97 a month. We always say 10. That includes up to 6 accounts, Android or iPhone. You saw the video, the security video. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You get everything all set up. I don't know anybody who would get everything all set up and then want to cancel to go back and pay more with another service that doesn't offer an opportunity. It's so the retention rate is great.
So let's do a bit of a demo, how we install this on our mobile devices. Let's check this out together.
Hey everybody, this is a quick walkthrough of how to install your GotBackup app onto your mobile device. In this case, I'm using the Android Galaxy, but the process is the same also on an iPhone. So to download your app, there's 2 ways to do this. You can either come to the Play Store. On an iPhone, it's called just the App Store, and just search for GotBackup. And there it is. Or we could come to our members area and go to use this tool, and then you will see it here on your dashboard. So again, I'm using my Android device. So I'm going to go ahead and click this, and it's going to take me to my Google Play Store. If you're on an iPhone, it will take you to your App Store on your iPhone device. So I'm going to go ahead and install that. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and open it. It's going to ask you to log into your account. Go ahead and allow all your notifications so it could let you know that everything's being uploaded properly, and go ahead and put in your unique ID. Once logged in, you will be asked to let GotBackup access your photos and videos on your mobile device. Select Allow. Without having to do anything, an Android upload folder was automatically created for me. Neat! If you are on an iPhone, the folder will be called iPhone Upload. Now, depending on how many photos and videos is on your device, your first backup might take some time. So it is highly recommended that your device is on a charger and is connected to Wi-Fi. It is a good idea to start your first backup in the evening and keep your GotBackup app open and let it back up overnight. One more thing I'd like to point out. If I tap on these 3 little lines on the top left corner and tap on Settings, you will see these 3 boxes under Monitor are automatically checked. Auto Upload will automatically upload all future photos and videos taken on your device to your GotBackup cloud. Camera Roll Upload will back up all existing photos and videos that are stored on your device to your GotBackup cloud. And Upload Only on Wi-Fi will only back up your data while connected to Wi-Fi. If you have an unlimited data plan, you can uncheck this. So if I come to my gallery, I'm going to have a slew of pictures from over the years. This is actually Joel's phone, so if I come to my albums, I have almost 1,400 pictures. Alright, so if I come to my app, come back to my menu and click Transfers, you're going to see all my pictures now are uploading. Since this might be a large upload at first and I have a low battery, it's highly recommended that you plug into a power source. So I'm going to do that right now. Alright, now that's finished. We can now see that our Android upload has all been categorized by what year these photos were taken. These were taken in 2021. And this was just recently. So that's pretty much it. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward.
It's absolutely amazing, folks. You just let the app do the job, and it does everything for you, and everything is automatic from that point on. So right now, Tammy talked about this is the only storage that pays you. We're excuse me, we're in a blue ocean here, folks. This is really important that you understand. This is unique. This is like learning about Bitcoin in 2013, 2014. If you put $1,000 in that, today you'll be a multi millionaire. So my point here, folks, it's all about timing. This is one of those moments. Cloud storage is absolutely critical, and making money with GotBackup is awesome. So let's summarize how we earn with GotBackup.
Yeah, as you can see, there's three ways that are highlighted, and that's really building the foundation. So we're going to focus on that. Chris is going to share a little bit of the other bonuses, but that's when you start building the organization. So number one is customer acquisition bonus, CAB for short. That's when somebody wants to become a member. They want to tell other people, earn some income. So if you introduced me, for example, and I decide I want to do it monthly, then you're going to get 200% up front. We're just going to round the $9.97 off to 10. So you get $20. So if I decide I'm going to do it yearly, makes more sense because you save a couple months of payments and you pay up front for the year, which is great. You're going to get 50% up front. So you're going to get $50. Rounding it off. And of course, 25% on all VIP package, anything that the company rolls out in the future. There's also customers only. You can see at the bottom, 25%. If you sign up somebody who just wants to be a customer, they don't want to make any money, they just want to use the service. And there's many people that do that too. So an example would be, let's say you have 20 people. They're all ready to get started. Keep in mind that it's $50 if they all come in annually. So that would be $1,000. But if they all came in monthly, which is rare, you're going to get $20 times 20 people. That's $400 in commission. And we're wide open, like blue ocean is there. Hardly anybody knows about it, and the whole world needs to know about it. And that's why we're here. For customers, 25% ongoing with the round off of the $10, $250 times 20 customers, $50 ongoing monthly commission as they stay active for sure.
And this is the front end that Tammy just talked to you about. I'm going to share with you the back end, because as you're sponsoring people and you're getting paid these commissions when people enroll, there's something else that happens on the back end. Let me explain to you by looking at the team commission. There are two sides, left side and right side. We call it two tree. So when you see indirect, that's someone above you. Remember, if you introduce a third person, it has to be under one on the right or one on the left, right? You only have two places to position people. That's what makes it really exciting. And so when you see someone popping in into your downline, it's because of that reason. It's not because they're trying to help you or even know you. They have no choice, right? They need to create a balance. So that's what I'm going to share with you here. Now, Understanding that, let's talk about the cycle bonus because this could be quite significant for you. There's two tiers, tier one and tier two. So I'll come back to that a little bit later. Is step one is you need to activate. So as long as you remain active with your service, like you are using Netflix or whatever, you are using the service just by paying your $9-10 a month or depending on package you chose. Number two, you need to enroll two people, one in your left team, one in your right team. That is a requirement. Everybody has to bring at least two people, one left on the right. Remember, it's a $10 a month product or $100 a year product. It's dirt cheap. Number three, to generate a cycle, which is where the money is triggered, is you need six members, which can be combined from people you bring in, or from the two people you brought in, they brought some, or the spillover I was telling you about a moment ago. As long as the system sees six members in your business, that's a cycle. And the tier that you're going to get paid is going to be based on your rank, and I'll come back to that in a minute. So the value of a cycle will vary based on the company's profitability. Absolutely awesome. Number three, it's what we call cycle match. Think about this. Every time you introduce someone into GotBackup, and they're building their team, and as they're building their team, there's going to be some momentum going on. There's a lot of cycles happening, right? Well, you have the potential. When I say potential, is you need to be a sapphire to qualify to earn this commission. And I'll tell you what you need to do in a minute. That's 25% from every single members you brought in into GotBackup, up to $1,000. As you move up as an emerald, it jumped to 50%. So that's up to $2,000. So as your team starts growing, then the capacity increases for the income based on your team members. Folks, if you look at the Black Diamond, it's $20,000. This is quite significant. Go back to Dropbox, who has about 700 million users. Think of the possibilities. This is what I'm telling you about, folks. This is absolutely massive. We're very small right now, but this is going to grow. And there's other bonuses that will kick in as you move up in rank. Generation bonus, dynamic compression bonus, rank bonus pool, leadership bonus. These are all bonuses that will kick in as you grow. So let's talk about, okay, Tammy, how do we duplicate that? How do we make that happen?
Yeah, and there's one thing that Chris and I have learned so many years ago, the power of duplication in systems. And if you have something that everybody can do and it's simple, then your organization will go into momentum. And that's why it's happened to us many times in the international markets and local markets as well. So what we did was, obviously you want to sign up, right? So you want to get yourself positioned, and then you want to go get two people, one on the left, one on the right. Chris showed you the two-team structure. And then you go and do the same thing, because people are looking for this anyways, you guys. Everybody's using data storage anyways. So go get a couple more people, one left, one right, and then duplicate that within your organization. All these 4 steps, if you can duplicate that with everybody, you're in momentum.
That is key.
And it's a $20 fee, and that's annually. And you can see, you can choose to go monthly or yearly. The highlight is always yearly, but we like to let everybody know the choices. Most people are just paying yearly upfront. It's just so much simpler. You save a couple months of payments. Everybody's looking for value today. So yeah, for 6 terabytes, you guys, this is massive.
Totally agree. We're in 161 countries around the world today. Absolutely massive. Tammy, I'm going to have to let you take over.
Yeah.
Worse and worse and worse for me. So you go ahead.
Yeah. And GotBackup is amazing for recognizing achievements. There's in the back office, you have the list of people who are top enrollers, top customers, and there's always recognition happening. And you've got a chart here on the next page that shows you the rank chart. And as a bronze, that's when you have one person, and then you're recognized as a bronze. And what's really cool is the company has, it's all in your back office. So the company has welcome flyers. They also have rank advance flyers for your team members. All you need to do is download and send it to people. Everything is so simple. And then, of course, copper is the power of the two, one left, one right. And then silver is when you have a copper in your team. And then it grows from there. I don't know if you want to go into the detail of all of this today, Chris.
Well, the thing is that there's benefits as you move up from gold to
Mhm.
platinum, because as a platinum, you move from tier one to tier two.
Mhm.
As a sapphire, that you move on to be able to get matching cycle. So how do you do that? Well, it's just by having, for example, sapphire. You need to have 10 people in your business, which, by the way, it qualifies you. It occurs when you're platinum and sapphire and emerald. They all require 10 people, right? So it's the same requirement there. But as long as there's 5 people that are copper within your enrollment tree, you're a sapphire. That's when you start getting matching cycle from all your personals. As an emerald, your percentage increases. As a ruby, your percentage increases, and so forth. So that's where it becomes very attractive. Let's talk about the support system.
Yeah, and you can see you've got personalized referral link, you got personalized landing page. There's many funnels that the company creates for you, and you get to choose, and it's personalized to you, and you get to choose which one you want to market, whether it's online or sending to somebody you already know. You've got an email marketing system that is built in. I love that part of it. I was super excited when I saw that, because I'd never done email marketing before, and now I teach it. So it's fun. Everything has a video for you to learn, which is phenomenal. You've got marketing tools. You've got regular online presentations. Chris and I are doing today's session on our personal channel, but we also do sessions on Wednesday night with guest speakers on the Wednesday night, which is 8 p.m. Eastern time on the company channel, Global Virtual Opportunities. And then there's team trainings. Chris is showing you right here. And then there's team trainings that are going on as well, all over the world. You've got some great leaders here that are in the session today that are doing regular presentations in Africa. I'm just looking to see who's here today. Dr. Koa, Enyo Nam. Yeah, so they're doing phenomenal in Africa with the leadership that's evolving so fast. So proud of you all. We're seeing rank advancements happening so quick. Why? Because they're duplicating the simple stuff, right? So it's exciting.
Take advantage of the Saturday 27. There's going to be some announcement here, folks, you do not want to miss. Make sure you get a notification. Just click that little button so you get notified. Another thing is tomorrow, Tammy and I are going to be doing a training on collaborate and share. You know, with your GotBackup cloud, you have access to edit Word documents and Excel spreadsheet without having the software. So these are all things that are part of the program that we want to make sure that you are aware of. So at the end of the day, folks, the support is absolutely amazing. We have a product that everyone needs and a business that everyone can afford. So actually, I'm going to stop right here, folks. One thing that's important to keep in mind, and if I go back to to this over here, what you need to be aware is we have a lot of incentive, like a cash contest. There's some rumors that they may extend it. I'm not sure, but the fact is, if you find 5 people in your business, you know they're going to create for you. That's an extra bonus over here, right? They're going to create for you a branding page, folks. This can cost you up to $1,000 to get a branding page for you, custom made, and it's just amazing what they offer. Plus the cash incentive, and of course, what's very important is use these tools, reseller tools. I'm not going to go into details here, but folks, you need to install the software on your Windows computer or your Mac computer, or if you have both, you just install both of them, and they're all going to be connected to your cloud. For your mobile device, you don't really need to come here. Just go to the Apple Store or the Google Play Store and download it. Just log in with the same credential you log in your back office, and that's it. And your cloud storage, which, by the way, you can access it just like when you go to Dropbox.com. You just type in gbu.com, gbucloud.com. It takes you to your cloud. And these are my 3 computers. There's going to be an announcement. This button here is awesome because now you'll be able to see all the files that you backed up. This is my computer, right? So absolutely amazing. You go on user here, and then from there, this is me. And what you're seeing here is that's my entire computer, right? So it's amazing what they have here. The other thing too is this is your mobile device, so everything is well organized, right? You have my iPhone here, I have my iPad Mini here, so all the heavy lifting is on the cloud. I don't need to carry all these big videos on my devices, so I don't need to spend a lot of money on extra memory. And that that's a computer here that you have, which if you go to the collaborate and share, you can actually, I created a directory because Joel and I are testing some things here. But the fact here, in fact, it has to do with for the training tomorrow. We're testing some files that we're creating on the fact that you can edit some files in real time, so the entire community can actually see it. We'll talk about that tomorrow. It's going to be a short call, but we're going to show you all of that. So you can drag and drop files right over here. And the other thing that's important here, that you look into your your business, is your reseller tools. That's how you promote your business, and that's where you click over here. That's what Tommy talked about all the funnels. That here, folks, again, people take that for granted, but people have to spend, and I'm not kidding. I know that if you go to a company like clickfunnel.com, it's around 199, 99 to 199 a month to be able to produce click funnels, and you have to create them. This is all done for you, all of that here, and they all go into an email marketing system that are all part of this lead capture system, which is not free, folks. These are things that people pay for, but we got backup. That's included with your $100 a year, or your $20, your $10 a month. So again, it's amazing. And on top of that, you have years of files. If you go into your playlist here, we have the African community have great presentations. This is a cycle series that we explain the prospecting, the inviting, all of these things, folks. Everything you need to know, is available to you here. So in closing, I'm telling you, folks, it's just absolutely amazing what they offer here. Again, my apologies for the coughing on your mic. It's just one of those things. But folks, don't miss on the opportunity. So Tammy, I'm going to let you close this. Back to you.
Yeah, and if you're evaluating it for the first time, if somebody introduced you to this link, get in. That's the key, and learn as you go. And that's what Chris and I did. We did this a little over 2 years ago, and we brought in some really awesome people who just drove international markets. And they're all out there, you guys. There's lots of people out there that are searching for something that has value and a great price point that they could grab onto and tell everybody they know. So position yourself and enjoy the ride together. I mean, we're all in this together. The training is already there, the system is there, and for you to run with.
So folks, have yourself a wonderful rest of your weekend. I hope my voice is going to be better tomorrow. Otherwise, Tammy will have to do most of the talking.
That's fine.
And we will see you on our training tomorrow. And bye for now.
Have a great Friday.